Wode essay or supporting the Igbo king in Ghana. Obabesi, a kingdom for the Igbos. Now the reason why I was supporting this man, ebe shock you. Even though Ghanaians said they don't want any Igbo in Ghana in terms of kingship and kingdom. I don't think about na extra video to the very last end.
Nana was Santini, I rise Ghana youth. Monsori wate. She Ghana enya masa. Ghana yam penny for no. Mufi say yam kwa na yadeda. Yenya masa mema o dem. Ti mo money na ho. Amammu na mu bu nenko yie. MPP on this mu mfa mo bia mo yen. Ye tete wo ye dwene ye homo san ton ye man Ghana na ma Igbo. Munim say Igbo ye vampire so munum moja. Munim say Igbo ekum nipa. Munim say Igbo wi nipa nam. Hwe Ghana ne Nigeria yonko fa no eye odopa. Ghana ne Nigeria ye ma menom ne ye ofa no makoho pen. Ana yen so omo so ba ha ya ha. Ba Igbo bia omo be fra Nigeria fo mo Ghana ha no. Omo na essay Nigeria fo din. Nigeria fo ankasa no. Igbo bia omo be fra mo Ghana ha no. Ana omo say Nigeria fo din. Wonim say Igbo num nipa moja. Wonim so omo wi nipa. Wonim say wudie ye Igbo. No more than 50 acres of land. Now oman penny would not now office and then sign krata. Now one gasano say now junior 50 acres of land. Would they ma ibono? No was would they man no dear junior now oman penny wouldn't it now office only dinkomo. Dear now junior or mine yamudiao.
Jemoakwaba Ediba Vimba Steves. We share video on YouTube. Please do what say. Like this video first of all, share this video and subscribe in case you haven't. Now, we share video on TikTok. But how much is a full video no with Vimbas on YouTube. Answer never to a story so your question back at the mouth. Do you think say Igbo kingdom omubesi e Ghana have the plans just say omo announce no are you good or bad? Say you good why do you think so? Are you bad in so why do you think so? Kindly let us know under the comment box for us. Wode, a very popular, the biggest Ghanaian YouTuber with two coin across the world, just different countries, and hence a lot of knowledge when it comes to history. Kakrano waba ababe jampe to the defense of His Royal Majesty Eze Dr. Chukwudi Jude, or planning to build an Igbo kingdom in Ghana. So Papa or your ambassador, he's been in the country since 1995. Or businesses, the business, a Tibet group of companies, just say, or delay in aluminium, or delay in oil, or delay in transport, or also a delay in electronic gadgets, just several electronic gadgets in our country. In this man, and I import about your shitor, or also you import and export. Now I employ a lot of Ghanaians. Now this man, say or ye the Igbo king in Ghana. And yes, or say just say Oma crowning no sir. So all Igbos in the country, they bow to him, they listen to him, they network with one another through his supervision. Now there is this video I call viral. I just said this man who claim he said what 50 acres of land. I had 250 plots of land. Or say this land plans be how they see the Igbo kingdom. To those of us, more intimate and share that video. Moment share that video. Me break it down what Wode said in support of him.
Igbo has got a very rich culture that must be encouraged. He believes the past and present leaders from Igbo as a nation from the Nigerian state deserves more. The father of all projects on his mind is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana, and of course, the first in the world. If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiques, the antiquities of Igbo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Igbo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land. That is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. They always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that, yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we will also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers. And in future, I know that we, the Igbos, will provide president in Nigeria. And I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man. And one day, by the special grace of God, he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the street that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogwo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Nzemalodi Henetu. And all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat. And we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village. When you come in there, you're coming into Igbo village in Ghana. From there, Igbos will expand. We will build markets there. Igbo market will represent there. Igbo school will be built there. We will create transport section there also. We will create what we call Ezigbo garden. In Igbo language, you call it Mbala Ezigbo. Ezigbo garden meaning where we create about 4 plots of land. We use 4 plots of land for that, for Ezigbo garden, where we're going to plant yam, plant all the trees, all the leaves you can get in Igbo land. Okwa, ube, akubeke, mtoroba, oha, we're gonna also plant yam there. We'll plant ube there. We'll plant all these things so that at the time of New Year Festival of Ezigbo, we'll go to the Mbala there. We'll go to the garden there to get our New Year Festival. In there, you see that yes, that's the Igbo tradition is really represented.
And also, that is the video. A sparking huge, fight and misunderstanding, debate in the country. Mind you, a lot of Ghanaians said they don't want any Igbo kinship in the country. So, Wode Maya analyze issue and buy throw BB on X. Also, we have no problem with Chinatowns in our communities, but suddenly there is an issue with a kingdom in a house. Also, look, Chinatowns, our country in be Chinese for just they are not even Africans. Aje town, aboso. Now so a Nigerian our person see kingdom, we fear dear. What happened to the black love? Now, Kobe Buji, or one of the few people who pushed the narrative, said this shouldn't be condoned. That is the Igbo kingdom in Ghana. Also, maybe we should also have Ashanti king of Nigeria and Gamaja of Nigeria, just like the Igbo. Also, look, say I agree to this, sir. Anyway, I will say Ashanti king of Nigeria and Ga king of Nigeria, just like the Igbo king in Ghana. Now, in response, Wode Maya said there is a whole town in the Gambia called Ghana Town, built by Ghanaians, and guess what? No one is complaining. So why do we keep making noise over little things? Africa is for all of us. Wode Maya, I say, look, when you go to Gambia, just say you see Ghana town, just as how these people are planning to build an Igbo kingdom in the country. Or see, Gambians are not even complaining, they don't have the time because Africa is for all of us. So why are we making noise over these little things? Aren't we supposed to show one another love as Africans? What was a Ghana town in the Gambia has its own chief, just like the Igbo king in Ghana. And guess what? Even President Liman, President Rawlings, and our former President Nana-Addo have all paid a visit. Ɔse yɛkɔ Gambia, Ghana town ɔka ho asɛm no, they have a king, just as how Igbo king ɛwɔ Ghana ha. Now ɔse, look, even our former President Liman, former President J.J. Rawlings, and our just passed former President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, all went to Gambia and visited that Ghana town. Now, Gambians and so I say no, this shouldn't happen. Would this even happen? Now, other people, supported Wode Myers' claim, as you see on the screen, of some kings, having been crowned in different countries, especially in America and some parts of Europe. So this has become a heated debate online. Some Ghanaians are caught in between supporting or not supporting the Igbo kingdom just almost planning to build here. For now, there, Sam George, I see nothing of that sort. There is no plot of land under his constituency. Just almost talk for that project. And even if there is mounted pressure to dismantle that. Now, so you, as a typical Ghanaian, you as a Nigerian probably watching us, what do you have to say about this situation? Do you support or not? Kindly let us know under the comment box. Once again, here Kyle, which video on YouTube, and subscribe. Yes, sure. But more say, subscribe. Yeah, that's it.
Vimbaz TV.